Tonight's headlines are brought to you by McDonald's.
Good evening, Commonwealth, and thanks for watching the Channel 2 News. I'm Sally Lemus. Let's take a look at tonight's top stories. Another variant of COVID-19 is identified in the CNMI. Also tonight, travel bubble is a go. We have the details. And a Chinese woman pleads for help from the CNMI government. In sports, the winning team was no hole in the wall. Wait, it was. Stay with us, these stories and more are next.
Good morning, Kiko. I am here at Docomo Wallarai branch. The Docomo staff here are super helpful with my appointment. They take good care of me in just a few minutes. Thank you so much for helping me out downloading and using the Skip Lino app. I can take care of all my Docomo needs. No need to wait in line with the Skip Lino app. We love you, Docomo Pacific. Better together.
If you are planning on drinking this 4th of July, make arrangements for a safe ride home. Buzzed driving is drunk driving. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the CNMI Department of Public Safety.
I am the I in CNMI. We are a team, and you cannot spell team without me. M-E. You get a shot and opportunity to set the CNMI free from COVID-19. See? So let's go for a save, a strikeout, a knockout punch. That's our goal. V for victory. V for vaccinate. Let's make this a team win, and we can all celebrate.
And there you have it, McDonald's new crispy chicken sandwich. From the makers of the world's most stolen fries. The juicy chicken sandwich from the place that offers extra napkins for a reason. The tender chicken sandwich from the creators of a sandwich phenomenon. So you won't just be biting into a chicken sandwich. You'll be biting into McDonald's new crispy, juicy, tender chicken sandwich. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Half a day to the Wami and good evening, Commonwealth. Today is Friday, July 2nd, 2021. A COVID-19 alpha variant has been identified in the CNMI. The CDC has returned the results of a COVID-19 specimen sent by the Commonwealth Healthcare Corporations that has been identified as the alpha variant. CEO Esther Munoz states the individual who carried the alpha variant came in from Guam last April. The traveler was quarantined for 2 weeks and now poses no threat to the community.
They've considered already recovered based on CDC guidance and with information from the medical staff. I mean, you are seeing this person as basically recovered. So it doesn't mean, so in other words, it has not spread into the community.
According to CDC, the alpha variant is classified as a variant of concern. Munya emphasizes that this is more reason to get vaccinated.
The community is safe. That's one thing. There's no risk for the community because as soon as they're identified, they're isolated, and we have the ability to test, we have the ability to isolate, we have this ability because of the support from FEMA, from the HHS, from the governor. We have that ability. So the community is not at risk because of this identification. However, again, this is while we are able to do all of this, it is the safest way is getting vaccinated. I mean, that's just clear.
For those who are considering to register for COVID-19 vaccinations, you may visit vaccinatecnmi.com or call 682-SHOT. The travel bubble between CNMI and Korea is officially a go. The first batch of tourists are expected to arrive this weekend. Governor Ralph Torres closed the deal with Vice Minister of the Ministry of Land, Infrastructure and Transport to establish a travel bubble between the CNMI and the Republic of Korea. The agreement is to resume air travel between the two countries, with the first batch of tourists expected to come in this weekend. The travel bubble applies to nationals, foreign nationals, family of nationals, permanent residents, and families of permanent residents. However, all who wish to travel under the bubble must complete COVID-19 vaccination at least 14 days before departure. Approved travelers must travel on direct nonstop flights operated by the country's national carriers. 3 days before departure, travelers must also undertake COVID-19 testing and obtain a certificate of negative results. Upon arrival to the country, another testing will occur. If tested negative, they will be exempt from quarantine, but will be placed on a controlled itinerary. A week later after her verdict, Stacey Lani is asking the courts for a new trial. Through her lawyer, Mark Scoggin, Stacey Lani contends a new trial is warranted because of pervasive, egregious, intentional, unethical, and irresponsible prosecutorial misconduct. Several reasons were listed as the government's misconduct through attorney Colleen St. Clair, such as sarcastic remarks, improper contact with witnesses, disregarding rules of evidence, criticizing the defense, and so much more. The motion was submitted on July 1st, 1 week after the jury came to a verdict of guilty. Currently, Lanizo is being held at the Department of Corrections awaiting her sentencing. A Chinese national performs indecent exposure in front of the governor's office this morning. Around 11 a.m. this morning, police attempted to bring a Chinese woman down to the Department of Public Safety after she took off her clothes in the parking lot of the governor's office. Her act has been classified as indecent exposure. The woman refused to follow and pleaded for help. Media members approached her and she identified herself as Pei Rong Zhao. She says she took off her clothes to call the attention of any passerby in hopes that they can help her. Her story is that she was kicked out of a shelter and her kids was taken away from her. Zhao alleges that during her stay in the shelter, her 10-year-old son was abused by the staff. KSPN reached out to the shelter for a confirmation but has not received a response as of press time. Robert Hunter, the governor's special policy advisor, states that this is her second day of protest outside the governor's office and he's tried to help, but there's only so much that he can do.
I asked her if she would like me to call the shelter. She did not. She did not want to talk to, so I won't name the shelter operator, but she had the name and phone number and but did not want to call her. And I didn't want to violate her request for me not to call her. But I strongly advised her to call this person, talk about what happened, and try to get back in the shelter so at least she has a place to stay. So she came back today wanting help to contact DPS to get her police report because she doesn't want to call the police. I don't know what her reasons are, but yeah, I'm not even going to surmise what her reasons are. So I did, I tried to call, I did call the police department. We have a police officer here who helped out. Her report's not ready yet. So as soon as it's ready, we let her know. We will follow up for her and call her, and that she can also call. We got additional numbers for her to follow up on her report.
The Chinese woman is also asking the CNMI government to protect her from the U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, better known as ICE.
This particular person thought that we have some authority over ICE, Immigration and Customs Enforcement, if that's the correct acronym. And when I had to break it to her that, oh, we don't have any authority over ICE. ICE and immigration are a federal government matter. And she was very alarmed by that, visibly, when I told her that. I think that was one of her, the things she wanted to accomplish by visiting us, was that we could somehow pull ICE back. But we don't have that authority.
Zhao says this is all the help that she wants.
Shelter big boss, apologize to me and my son if I get a U visa because my husband hurt me, make me sick, my son sick. So I think government can do it, can help me. So when I go to work, I can get money. I have work visa, I get money. I can raise my son. I want to complain, cyber DPS and ICE.
Zhao alleges that she is currently separated from her Palawan husband and that her passport was taken away by ICE. Currently, she is staying with a friend, and she is just very concerned for her son, who is in the hands of the Division of Youth Services. Hunter says the situation is quite concerning.
It's a little concerning that these folks like this who come in probably on tourist visas, in her case and in the last case we had, primarily to protest China, get picked up and then released, and they're released without the ability to work, without the ability, so they're really released unless they're lucky enough to have good friends that are housing them. They're released homeless individuals who can't work and earn a living. Yeah, it would seem like that's a problem that needs to get fixed.
Coming up, show your July 4th spirit by decorating your car. Stay tuned.
You have the flexibility to work out between 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. At Gold's Gym, we call this off-peak, and it can save you money. Short-term daytime memberships on sale now, just $59 per month, and gets you access to the biggest and cleanest fitness center on island. Get yourself healthy and strong. Check out Gold's Gym today.
Opioids are commonly prescribed drugs. They can help ease short-term pain after surgery, an accident, or illness. Common brand names include Vicodin, Demerol, OxyContin, and Percocet. Opioids can be very addictive, and they can actually change how your brain works. Opioid misuse can lead to death. If you are prescribed an opioid medication, talk to your doctor. Always take exactly as directed, never take higher doses, keep your medication secure, and safely dispose of unused or expired medication. It only takes a little to lose a lot.
Drop into the Shake Cafe at Gold's Gym for a quick and healthy meal. It's fast food that's good for you. Our July smoothie of the month has oatmeal, peanut butter, raisins, and cinnamon. It's a healthy blend of 450 calories that's perfect for a meal replacement or supplement. Shake it up at Gold's Gym.
Welcome back to the Channel 2 News. In celebration of July 4th this weekend, the community is invited to join in on the motorcade that will happen in Garapan. The Veterans of Foreign War Saipan, Commonwealth of Bureau of Military Affairs, CNMI Procurement Technical Assistance Center, and the Department of Public Safety invites the community to join the Saipan motorcade on Sunday, July 4th. The motorcade will start at 9 a.m. at the Garapan Fishing Base and travel south along Beach Road. Participants are encouraged to decorate their vehicles to celebrate Saipan's Liberation Day and the United States Declaration of Independence. We turn it over to KUAM to find out the latest news on Guam.
Hawaii CNMI, here's what's making news on Guam. An off-duty police officer is at the center of an investigation after a fatal shooting in Tamuning. With more on the story, here's Isaiah Uggan.
Little details were provided during a joint press conference held Thursday morning by the AG's office and the Guam Police Department. Chief Prosecutor Basil O'Malley.
At this time, all we can say is that there was an officer-involved shooting.
Chief Prosecutor Basil O'Malley also released a timeline of events. At 6 p.m., police responded to a shooting. At 6:20 p.m., the Chief of Police contacted the AG's office. Within 30 minutes, their investigations were activated, and by 7:45 p.m., they were on scene. The activation of the AG's office investigators, or what's called an independent investigative team, is part of a lethal force policy that's currently under development for law enforcement officers. Chief of Police Stephen Ignacio adds that aside from the IIT, an internal affairs investigation is underway.
The officer involved in this fatal shooting has been placed on administrative leave. I did reach out early this morning to Director Ike Paredo from the Guam Customs and Quarantine, and I did again request for the assistance of his internal affairs investigators to work alongside and take the lead again, like they did with the last shooting in the internal affairs investigation.
GPD and the AG's office did not provide any additional information, for example, as to what led up to the shooting, what the officer was doing in the area, who called 911, or whether a duty gun was discharged. But a video circulated on social media and WhatsApp chat groups displaying a man standing out a white Mitsubishi, holding a gun and a radio hunched over a man lying on the road face down. AG Levin Camacho.
In terms of facts, we are working through interviewing witnesses. We've conducted some. And once we are able to provide more factual information, we'll do it as soon as we can.
For now, though, the AG's office is asking for the community to come forward if they have a video of the incident or if they were a witness to what happened.
What I'm asking from the general public and the news agencies, we know a lot of people have videos and photos, and anyone who might have seen what happened last night, please contact our office. We know there are videos out there. We would like to get those videos and those photos.
You can contact the office via email at info@oagguam.org or call 475-2580.
Stay informed 24/7 by checking out KUAM.com or downloading the KUAM News app, available for iOS or Android. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Nestor Lecanto.
Thank you. All right, coming up, who's the fastest girl, ninth grade girl on the island? You know, you're going to find out in the sports report next.
For the different beats of your life, we're here to keep you connected the way you want it. Plans made for you, by you. Build your own bundle with Link. Select the internet, entertainment, mobile, and home phone plans that fit your lifestyle. Pay for what you want, not for what you don't. Build your own bundle and save with Link.
We're in a race whether we know it or not.
And build our new normal.
Kinafamalit, CPL.
Let's vaccinate, CNMI.
The Tan Su Lin Foundation promotes the culture of giving back. The foundation and its generous partners are committed to supporting programs that include health, education, and sports. Initiatives that promote arts and culture, the environment, and tourism will benefit our community and our residents. Giving back and making a difference will help ensure that the island paradise we call home will be a better place to live.
My doctor gave me the pills, so they must be safe, right?
If taken exactly as prescribed, short-term use can be safe, but painkillers have real risk. Misusing an opioid painkiller can cause serious harm, including addiction and death, and misuse can happen quite easily. Make sure you never mix them with alcohol, antidepressants, sedatives, or sleep aids. And if you are prescribed an opioid, you need to tell your doctor about any other drugs, including herbal supplements that you are taking. It only takes a little to lose a lot.
Tonight's sports brought to you in part by Tan Holdings through the Tan Su Lin Foundation, making communities a better place to live.
Buenas sports fans.
Buenas sports fans, men's basketball returned for the first time since March of last year. Ready for some hoop action? So we're going to say welcome back, hoopsters. 2 days of non-stop hoop action started Saturday morning at the Gopi Christian School Gymnasium. 23 men's teams started that morning, 5 women's teams and 5 U16 youth teams with a double elimination format. That resulted in 80 games. Oh, that's a lot of paperwork and a lot of points too. Sunday, the teams were happy to have a second venue, MHS. Tinian Typhoons crossing the channel to compete, and they had their moments. This game against Ali, back and forth. Elmer Estron misses the freebie, but sneaks in for a putback. That knotted the game at 12s. Ali for 3. Actually, it's 2. It's a 3-on-3 game. Ali wins this one. Jeff Castro with a strong drive to the rack for the defending champions mixed breed. They advanced to the finals where they fell to a hole in the wall with Dean Blake, Dennis Mendiola, Mac Mantek, and Joe Sablon. Show us what they won. Second and third place? Well, they did okay too. High-flying Kobe Santos captures the slam dunk contest. You know, when you go to high school, you wonder about your future. Oh, what's going to happen to me? It's a time of growth and uncertainty. You don't have to prove to others what you could do. You prove it for yourself. Tom Brady. Young Stars Shining, brought to you by the Tan Su Lin Foundation. Casey Cruz is a confident 15-year-old runner coming off a 3-for-3 performance in the McDonald's All-Schools Track and Field Championships.
I did 400, 200, and 100.
How many golds you got?
I got 3 golds in the races.
Did you expect to do that well?
Yes. Or maybe not for the 400. Yeah, because that's not really, I didn't really expect.
The 400 meters has been called the toughest race of all because it's the longest sprint.
The 400, at first it was like hard, but then I asked my coaches for advices, and they just told me, like, I just listened to what they were telling me to do.
You agree that it's the hardest race?
Yes.
Sports is an integral part of the lifestyle for this soon-to-be 10th grader, except for one.
I do basketball, volleyball, baseball, softball, like most of the sports. I tried soccer once, but it was so bad. It wasn't my thing.
Young Star Shining, brought to you by the Tan Su Lin Foundation. Each Friday, our goal is to give you the top plays of the week. That's our goal, and we're sticking with it. Coming in at number 5, it's Kotaro Goto. Gold! Goto Gold! Coming in at number 4, Henry Camacho Jr. takes over first place in the overall standings of the novice division of motocross. Coming in at number 3, Toby Santos captures the slam dunk contest. Coming in at number 2, Sunjun Tenorio. He scores and then takes off his shirt. Top place, number 2. And the top play of the week, Gwen Borhog, game-winning PK over the boy U15 Nationals. Women's national team wins.
Here's the windup and the pitch.
I don't believe what I just saw.
Buy one, get one free for the off-road adventure at Marianas Trekking. Come ride our side-by-sides at our best price ever and experience a great 90-minute trail ride. Rain or shine, hopefully rain. Book now at Marianas Trekking. Saturdays and Sundays by reservation. Call 323-8735 or book at marianastrekking.com. So what are you going to do this year? At Gold's, a dedicated fitness studio with a cushioned floor is perfect for group exercise. The cardio room features a variety of treadmills, bikes, steppers, and ellipticals. Fitness machines will help you achieve your goals, and the largest free weight area on Saipan gives you comfortable space to work out. Gold's Gym team is ready to help you get to your goals. Try harder. We know you can do it.
All right, we had thunderstorms. In fact, we had lightning strikes all around us here on Capitol Hill today. The high only 86, the low 79, humidity 85%. Tomorrow, partly cloudy. Isolated showers, winds 10 to 15 miles an hour. High around 88, low 80, seas 4 to 5 feet. Sunrise 5:51, low tide at 10:19 in the morning. High tide 3:12, sunset at 6:51. That is your new sports and weather. Have a great 4th of July. It's coming up. We'll see you back here on Monday. Have a great weekend.